Time for the digital marketing news this week. Let's go ahead and dive into it. We got some great stuff this week. First thing is that YouTube is offering monetization to more content types. So now more types of content creators can actually make money on YouTube. So here they are: educational content, controversial issues, adult humor, and profanity. So things that are kind of mild in those last three areas, and then educational content's fine. But these can all now actually be monetized on YouTube. They could not before. Next thing, this is one of the biggest stories of the week, if not, it's a big story. It's muy big. So LinkedIn users can add a video to their profiles. So you now can put soon actually, can put a video on your profile. So somebody could click on it, and say you went to my profile, you click on it, I could have some snazzy video that I had an editor make about whatever I want, or it could just be very simple. Freelancers might use it to try to get jobs. Business owners might try to use it to get business. People might try to use it so that they can have their resume listed there. But this is going to be a big deal. So I think I saw one guy commented, because I posted this story on LinkedIn as well. And one guy said, well, there could be some criminal issues here with deep fakes. So people creating fake profiles and then fake, videos of themselves, and other people creating fake videos of them using that deep fake technology. I thought that was kind of interesting. We'll see if that happens. But here's what LinkedIn has to say about it. So hiring managers are going to want to see who they're considering even before the interview. So this is like your first mini interview. Think about that. I mean, that's going to weed a lot of people out, or give a lot of people the upper edge, I think. And in the 21st century, a profile video will likely become the next cover letter. When you upload a video profile, an orange ring will appear around your profile photo, and then users who tap on the photo will see a full screen video of your intro. So they'll click on it, full screen video. And then LinkedIn's also rolling out a new feature that highlights the work of content creators. But, doesn't that kind of give an upper hand to people who are comfortable on video? Like, I'm on video right now. People hate video. I used to hate video, and a lot of people don't like it, So that just gives an upper hand to people who are comfortable putting themselves out there, who have forced themselves to be comfortable. Anyways, go ahead and give it a shot. I can't wait to see how people use it. Are you going to talk about your dog? Are you going to talk about yourself? Are you going to, we'll see. Next thing is Microsoft puts automotive ads in open beta. So Microsoft comes out with this new type of ad that's specific to automotive, which makes me think, like, is that an initiative in general where we're going to have industry-specific ad formats? I think that it is. And Microsoft came out with this, and so basically, you can run these ads in the search engine results pages or as native ads on websites, and it allows you to include important information about the car, such as mileage, model, color, etc. So they created this specific ad unit there. Microsoft doing some great stuff as far as innovation on the advertising side. Next thing, Google updates business profiles for stores with delivery and pickup. So there's been a ton of innovation in Google My Business. I made a video on that. You can check out on the YouTube page all the latest changes over the last year, this week actually. But now you can put delivery providers, pickup and delivery times, order fees, and order minimums. And Google's going to start by rolling out the new features in mobile search, so keep an eye out for that. Next thing, this was kind of interesting. So Google's John Mueller came out, and he said that mobile friendly doesn't mean it's ready for the mobile first index, which is a little bit of a tricky one for us to wrap our heads around, but let's see what he said. So John Mueller made it clear that in a Reddit thread this week, he responded to somebody who asked why Google was still using a desktop agent to crawl his website. Mueller pointed out that there could be other factors at play. Here's what he said. Obviously, it could also be because your site has real differences, like missing structured data, fewer significant images, bad internal linking on mobile, etc. These are all things that those who don't look deeply might miss. Next thing, Google comes out and says that there's no limit on title tag length. Feel free to make your web page titles as long as you want. And and according to Google's Gary Ives, he said that there's a benefit to titles that exceed the displayable limit in search results. So Very mixed messages many times. I think that they should probably be the right length so that they show up correctly the way that you want. But in this situation, Google a lot of times like to say, just like, do whatever you want, So it's good. I guess you can do whatever you want. Next thing, Google says it's okay if your AMP pages have more ads than your HTML pages. AMP, Accelerated Mobile Pages Project, it's a way to serve web pages super, super fast. They're saying it doesn't matter if those AMP pages have more ads than your other page. Keep in mind there's something called the page layout algorithm by Google. If they see too many ads above the fold, then they don't rank you well. You really only want like 2 ads above the fold. If it's 3 or more, it starts to get into the gray area with that algorithm. Next thing, another WordPress plugin threat has been detected. So the Facebook for WordPress plugin, that's the Facebook for WordPress plugin, has 2 major issues: object injection vulnerability, and it allows hackers to kind of come in and mess with your site. And then there's also a cross-site request forgery to get admin credentials. So you need to update to 3.05 for the Facebook for WordPress plugin. A lot of these plugins are getting hacked on WordPress. Make sure you're backing up your entire system. That's really, really important to do. Next thing, Google says don't use low quality images just to improve for Core Web Vital scores. So Core Web Vital scores, are things jumping around on the page. Is your website fast? Stuff like that. And Google's saying don't use bad images just so you could pass. It's important to make sure that your users are getting a great experience online, so you obviously don't want to use bad images. And the last thing we have today, and I got a couple new classes I'm going to be putting out there I wanted to let you know about, but Instagram, there's a study that came out on Instagram that said that people are most likely to comment on video from business accounts. So the videos are getting the most comments, but what's getting the most dwell time? Pop quiz? It's the carousels, right? So these carousels on Instagram, by the way, my new Instagram is John Lincoln Official. If you want to connect there, I'd love to. But the carousels on Instagram are doing really well. Pro tip for you, if you'd like to make a carousel on Instagram and you don't know how, one of the ways I've found that's really good is if you take a blog post and you just like copy the 5 main points or 2 main points and just kick them over to your graphic designer, you can use a concept that you already have approved and you can turn that quickly into swipes for Instagram. And hey, you can even use all those same images for your stories. And then you can put the stories on Facebook, you can put the stories on Instagram, you can put the stories on YouTube, you can put the stories on LinkedIn, you can put the stories on Twitter Fleets. So it's a nice way to repurpose a blog and turn it into a bunch of different stories. So yeah, something for you to check out there. Other than that, I got a couple new videos coming out. One on 5 best practices for video marketing that I think you're really going to like. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. In addition to that, I've been just messing around with building email lists really quickly and then turning them into ways to monetize the emails immediately, even if you don't have any traffic. It's a really cool strategy framework. I'm super excited about it, especially with like the cookieless web going away and there's not going to be cookies anymore. So emails are going to be more important than ever. We're going to be doing a big email webinar, by the way, in the next 30 days. So make sure you attend. But in general, building email lists super fast with paid media and then getting an immediate return, a slightly extended return, but through a drip sequence of, 3 to 10 different emails. So make sure to check out that video. It's a cool strategy I think you'll like and it'll help your digital marketing. That's it for the digital marketing news this week. Leave a comment. I want to hear how you're going to use those LinkedIn profile videos. I'll see you next week. I hope you have an awesome one. Have a great day. Bye.